It is currently just after 7 o'clock at night, and I have made the decision to do the 75 soft challenge, but for 1 week as part of the 28-day grace challenge. At the moment, I'm not sure if I will continue it past the week, but if it goes really well, then I will consider it for sure. What I have decided to do right now is to make my time from around 7 to 8 o'clock as a reset hour where I am getting myself ready for the next day and maybe having a shower and just starting a wind down process to get ready to go to bed. So I'm gonna just do a quick reset now and do that by filling up my water bottle first. It has been harder in the weekends to drink enough water. If I can finish this or I drink as much of it tonight, then I'm golden. I've had all the water that I need for today. As part of doing this 75 soft challenge for the week, I really want to focus on nutrition. I have trouble following a diet. You know, if I've got things in the house, it's really hard for me to not eat them. The challenge is not to have them at all and not to buy them to give me that temptation. I have a plan for tomorrow, and I'm going to prepare the food that I need and get it out on the bench so that it's visible, and then I know that that's what I've got for me to have for tomorrow. It is Sunday tomorrow, and I am starting the challenge on Sunday, also to kind of just get myself ready and prepared for the challenge while I've got a whole day free. This is kind of what my day is going to look like. This is going to look crazy, the amount of food, or not amount of food that it is. First things first, in the morning I'm gonna have a coffee. I'm not gonna take that out of my daily routine. It is something that I enjoy having in the morning, and it does fill me up usually around morning tea time. I'll have my coffee, and then I'm going to have a protein bar, and then I'll also have a protein shake, and then I'm gonna have the lady shakes. For dinner I'm just gonna have some soup. That's it. While editing this part of the video, I just wanted to say that I did change my mind about having very, very low calories straight off on my first day, but to really focus on being in that calorie deficit the first day and eating when I was hungry and not eating if I wasn't hungry, but sticking to the meals that I said that I would have. Good morning. It is day 1 of me trying 75 soft. As I mentioned, I'm only doing it for 1 week, and that is because I just want to see if I am able to do it. I'm always worried that I'm not going to succeed in these things, but I do just want to just give it a try. So right now it is Sunday, and I decided to start on the weekend to kind of give myself a little push into the week. I'm going to get my workout done now. And while I find it really challenging to do workouts or exercise at the moment, I like to reward myself. So I'm going to go for a walk. It takes about 15 minutes to head into town. I'm going to go get a coffee, and then I'm going to walk home, and that's 30 minutes done. This was the view that I had as I walked in to get my coffee. My little walk into town to get a coffee helped me achieve my 30 minutes of exercise for today. After I had my coffee, I had a boost vitamin C as I still wasn't feeling 100% from the last couple of days. I am about to have my chocolate peanut butter Quest bar for morning tea. It is just after 11 o'clock in the morning, and I have already had this bottle of water for today. My lunch today is the banana lady shake. It's just gone 3 o'clock, and I've noticed that I'm starting to slip into some old patterns, and I'm wanting to go and eat a whole bunch of food because I'm having that low calorie deficit. And instead of thinking about food, I know it's going to be a challenge because they say don't go to the supermarket if you're feeling hungry. There's only like 4 items that I want to get just so that I'm prepared for the week ahead. So I went to the supermarket and I got my food for the week, and right now I'm just having the soup a little bit earlier because I am feeling hungry. And then later on this evening, if I'm still hungry and eating a bit of dinner, I am going to either have a chicken wrap or I might have chicken salad. I have just finished my second bottle of water. I have read my 10 pages for this evening. It is almost 7 a.m. I've been a week since 5:30, and I spent the morning putting away the dishes and just preparing another meal for the day. And then I've spent the last hour just editing videos. And I'm so far feeling pretty good that I have utilized my morning quite well and went to bed early and woke up earlier. I find that I struggle to do consistently, but I feel very good and productive about how I use my morning this morning. It is day 2, and I have done my best to just plan everything in advance by having everything out on the bench so that I can see what I'm having for the day. I thought that this would be a really good idea for me to keep myself motivated and to know that this is what I'm having. This here, I do have yogurt in the fridge. I obviously just can't leave it out on the bench all day. For breakfast, I'm having a homemade coffee. I just had my coffee not long ago, but I'm going to quickly have a boost vitamin C before I head into work, just to give me the energy to get through the day and to also help with whatever's going on with my throat and stuff at the moment too. I have made the decision this morning to bring my smaller water bottle with me to work today. It's going to help me when I'm walking because it's going to be a little bit lighter than carrying the big one. My goal is to have 2 of these while I'm at work this morning. It was another chilly walk this morning. Walking with a child reminded me about slowing down and just taking it easy. We don't need to be in a rush, and somehow we got to school earlier than expected. For morning tea today, I have another Quest bar. I have the caramel chocolate chunk one. This one is probably one of my favorites. Today's lunch is the caramel lady shake. For afternoon tea, I'm just having some yogurt, frozen berries, and muesli. For dinner, I have a buffalo ranch salad with some chicken and avocado. I'm ending my evening by finishing off my bottle of water and doing some editing for today's video. I have just finished reading 10 pages for the night. It is almost 10 to 6 and I have actually been up since 5 a.m. this morning, just relaxing and organizing my new phone. My class is off to the farm today, so I'm having to put on my big walking boots just so that I have some grip while we're at the farm. At the farm today, I did a lot of walking around. We got to learn a lot about the dairy farm up here in Auckland and got to see some baby calves and the mum cows who are separated. We learned about milking, and also the children learned a lot about different types of grass and also about how cows have 4 stomachs. It was an interesting day, and then I had my afternoon job of looking after a couple of children, and dinner was provided for me as usual. I also was within my calorie deficit. As you can see, I got lots of walking in today as well. Hello. So I created this week challenge. It was actually 2 weeks ago that I started it. However, during this week, I didn't get to complete it because during this week I suffered from an allergic reaction to a product that I was having. And I was pretty gutted about that. I ended up getting quite sick for the next week. So I focused on rest for the 3rd week of my Grace Challenge. I started to kind of go into old habits again, which I didn't like, but I also knew that rest and recovery was super important for me. I needed to get back into a good place physically, mentally, and emotionally to continue this challenge. So while this video is for week 2 of my challenge, I thought that I would still post it even though it was only for a few days because of the allergic reaction. I am about to head into my 4th week of the challenge. I've actually decided to end it with doing the 75 soft again and actually try and give it a go. It's not going to be intense because right now I have been in such an unhealthy place for so long that doing 75 hard would be not the right thing for me to do right now mentally and physically. It is something that I would love to do in the future, but I think just slowly building myself up to get there is the right thing to do. So we are about to head into the 4th week of my challenge, which is also the start of 75 soft. I have 6 main goals that I want to work on. I think usually there's 5, but there are 6 things that I want to work on. 1 is continuing with my daily videos for reading in the Bible. Number 2 is exercise. I want to aim for 30 to 45 minutes a day. And I know that if I do walk to and from school, that covers probably like half of it. But I would like to add in intentional exercise time, and I'm going to split that time up. So my goal that I would like to work towards is doing 2 20-minute sessions of intentional exercise during my day. I am allowing myself to have 1 active recovery day and 1 rest day if I need it. Number 3 is eating healthy. For the most part, I've actually been doing really well with that while I have been sick. So I will be continuing that, eating in a calorie deficit, not really focusing on any particular diet, and allowing myself to have 1 cheat day a week. Number 4 is continuing with drinking water. While I do have a goal of 3 liters, I could have 3 of these a day. I really like how Jennifer Madison does it. She does 75 hard actually, and she puts a little tape on the top of her bottle and just marks it off every time that she has had that bottle. And number 5 is tidying an area of my house. I am someone who has been through a lot of stress in my life, so my instant that I come home is I just want to relax, and then all the jobs get kind of left until the end. So just spending 10 to 15 minutes cleaning an area is very helpful to me, and my aim is to try and do that as soon as possible once I get home or in my break in between work. My last thing that I would love to achieve is bringing in that creativity again. I think because I haven't done it for so long, and it does make me feel good when I do it. And it will either be doing my art journal or reading 10 pages. Those are my 6 choices for the next 75 days. I am starting today, which is Sunday the 17th of August, so that I will be done by the 30th of October. Thank you guys so much for following along on my 28-day grace challenge, and I will see you guys next week for week 1 of the 75 soft challenge.